What's up, guys? It's your boy PP24s, and like I said in my previous video on Anthony Joshua, I will be giving you updates if it's necessary, right? And today is definitely necessary as we get an update about who's passed away, and it was actually two of his closest friends. I'm guessing because obviously one was his friend from young, and one was actually his coach, right? uh His friend from young was named. His name is Abdul Latif. He was a revert, and the other one was also a Muslim, I believe. His name was Sina, and I rest in peace to them both. And my thoughts and prayers go out to their family. Um, so yeah, they were the ones who actually passed away from the crash that happened in Nigeria, right? And we're gonna get into this article detailing what actually happened, as there has been many updates talking about how they crashed, what happened, um, who was at the scene and whatnot. Um, but yeah, like I said before we get into it, like this is an eye opening. This should be waking up everyone that's around the world. Like you see how I'm a religious guy, right? And the way Anthony Joshua's body was preserved in a crash that literally writ off the car, bro. If you've seen the car, the state of it, you'd think, how has he just walked out of that car and back into another car? You would be thinking you're baffled, right? And if this doesn't like wake people up, I don't know what will. Yeah, that how life is so short. How you should cherish your moments. It don't matter how much money you got, bro. He just won 60 million, and not no amount of money could have saved any of them in that moment in time. Um, but hopefully this does not just Anthony Joshua, but wakes up a lot of people that's also fans of him, just to take life more seriously, and hopefully uh, come to the deen of Islam. In my opinion, that's what people should do, because it's a proper way of life, and even his friend who reverted talks about many things about Anthony Joshua in a podcast about his how he reverted and stuff. And I'm pretty sure because he was so close to Anthony Joshua, Anthony Joshua definitely has had some thoughts about reverting to Islam. But we're not talking about that now, guys. We're just gonna talk about um, what happened, who passed away, how did they pass away, and yeah, let's get into this, guys. So Anthony Joshua's car crash. British heavyweight champion will need time after deaths of Sina, who is the coach, and Latif Ayodele is the long time friend. Like there's even a picture. Let me just get it up. Abdul Latif, yeah, Abdul Latif. Um, so obviously there's this, but I'm saying old picture. There was an old picture of him with. Oh, I can't. Anthony Joshua. Uh, 1 second, guys. Let me just find this. As you can see, they got many photos. Yeah, I'm trying to find the one that I seen online, and it was from when they were like 15. So these guys actually go way back, right? Um, I don't seem to find it. However, guys, you can take my word for it that these two actually, I don't know about the coach, but Abdul Latif did know Anthony Joshua for a very long time, like before Anthony Joshua was famous. So this is gonna hurt him bad. I don't know if he knew when he's walking towards, when they pulled him out of the car. I don't know if he knew at that moment what happened, but I seen somewhere someone was talking about clips going around on Twitter of the actual aftermath of the crash, and there's like literally like you can see the bodies on the floor, and apparently one of them is headless, which I don't want to watch because that's gruesome type of stuff. But I'm not sure if Anthony Joshua has seen that or not, because his reaction to that, obviously he's a man, he's not gonna let out his tears. But if that was your friend and you seen something like that, bro, you get me, you would just break down, bro. So I'm not sure what happened there. But I also need to talk about one thing about these people, not Nigerian, just people, humans, yeah, bro. The guys just crashed. The state of the car, you just see two bodies on the floor, and your first instinct is, oh, let me pull my phone out so I can sell this clip to an article. Like, what are you thinking? Yeah, it's Africa, bro, but you can't be that. Like, as a human, bro, you got morals, bro. Don't matter how broke someone is, bro. If there's people that are broke that wouldn't do that, fam. You know what I mean? They got morals and integrity. Come help the person first before you do anything like that. But instead, you know what he does? They record the bodies, then they go in the car and they're recording Joshua's face. They're not even helping him pull him out. Like, come on, man. Um, but yeah, that's my little rant about what happened. About these type of people that, you get me, just fake, bro. But anyways, let's get into this article and this update. Anthony Joshua remains in hospital in Nigeria after a car crash on Monday. Close friends and team members Sina and Kevin Latif Ayodele died in a collision. The Lexus SUV Joshua was traveling in collided with a stationary truck. Okay, let's just shall we watch this? Yeah, go on. We'll watch this. If it plays.
Yesterday, two of Anthony Joshua's close friends and team members were killed in a car crash in Nigeria, in which the British heavyweight boxer was also injured. We can now speak to our boxing reporter, Andy Scott, for more on this. Lovely to see you, Andy.
Oh, one sec, guys. One second. It's literally, I hate this when it does this, bro. It's randomly just paused. Just 2 seconds, guys. Don't leave me. I'm gonna be disappeared for 2 seconds. Just wait. Okay, wait. Screen capture. Just grab that again. There you go. And just me, so you can see me. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know why it bugs out. If you guys know a solution to why it bugs out, please let me know, because OBS been crashing recently. I've had to restart so many videos, but let's just get into this again, guys.
For them.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on. It is a tragic story, isn't it? I think the boxing community is not that well liked outside of its own sport for a number of different reasons. But when faced with a situation like this, it is incredible how the community comes together. I think we all were shocked by the news yesterday as it dripped through. I received a message saying that Anthony Joshua had been involved in a car accident, and then shortly after, the details emerged that two fatalities had occurred, but that he had survived the incident, and that led to some reporting. And it was on my mind, you know, who are the two? And of course, then it was released in the statement that they were his two close friends, really close friends, to be honest, Sina Garmi and Latif Ayodele. Anthony Joshua has had a big entourage throughout the years where it's grown and grown and grown. But actually, these two, Sina and Latz, as he's known, they've been there virtually since the start. They're very recognisable faces. I've certainly been in the company in the presence of Sina a couple of times, his strength and conditioner, and the outpouring of love is just incredible. I made a brief list, if you'll indulge me. Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora, Chris Eubank Jr., Jake Paul, Adam Azim, Conor Benn. Just for a start, they were in a members of his team from where he started, and he's going to feel it very hard. It was really distressing watching those videos that emerged on social media yesterday, and I'm sure everybody will echo my sentiments that there is absolutely no reason for people to still distribute them. You know, have a little bit of respect for the families
Very true.
of
Very
everybody
true.
involved. On a side note, Badu Jack, the former cruiserweight world champion, multi-weight world champion, who has very close ties to Dubai and the lifestyle there. He's got deep roots there. He's very close to Latz, and he started a project online where they were hoping to raise some money. £50,000 was the target to build a mosque in his honour and a borehole for water, and that's already surpassed 137,000. The outpouring
Mashallah,
continues, and
mashallah.
everybody sends
The
their
community,
thoughts, prayers,
the
sympathies, and
community actually,
condolences, not just to
sorry, the community is actually taking this serious, you know. Like non-Muslim, Muslim, I'm sure everyone trying to donate, build a mosque in his name. Just that legacy that he left behind. You don't want to remember him for this type of stuff. People, you want to try remember him for all the good that he done. He's done a lot of charity and all sorts. So yeah, like building a mosque in his name in our religion. It basically every time someone goes praise there, you get good deeds for it. Every time someone drinks water out of that well that they're building, the guy will get good deeds for it, even though he's passed away. Just because you built it in his name, it's called Sadaqah Jariyah. Yeah, like a lot of good comes towards him, you know. So yeah.
Joshua, who's on still in hospital, obviously under surveillance and recovering, but the people around him, those two families, I've reached out privately to their team, but publicly I'll say it now: is if there's anything anyone at Sky Sports can do, then of course we'll try and do it. But at the moment, it's very difficult to process, isn't it?
Okay, so that was the video, guys, of these reporters talking about it. So let's just read this. This is a tragic story. When faced with a situation like this, it is incredible how the boxing community comes together. I think we are all shocked. Oh wait, that's what he said. That's literally what the guy was saying. I think we're all shocked by the news that it dripped through. I received a message from Anthony Joshua. A message saying Anthony Joshua had been involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Then shortly after, the details emerged that two fatalities had occurred, but that he had survived. Then there was a release and a statement that there were two close friends of his and key long-term members of his team, Sina Gami and Kevin Ayadoli Delhi, Abdul Latif basically. Anthony Joshua is in stable condition as tributes paid to friends killed in car crash. What do we know about the crash? Anthony Joshua was one of 5 men in the Lexus that crashed into a stationary truck in Mako, Nigeria on Monday. Sina Gami and Latif, friends of Joshua and members of his team, died in the crash. Joshua suffered minor injuries. The Federal Road Safety Corps said the Lexus was suspected to be travelling in the excess of speed limit. They keep blaming the speed limit, but I'm hearing it was like, obviously because Nigerian roads are probably, you get me, not the best. They were going a little bit fast and something with the tyre popped and they crashed into a stationary truck, right? But I'm thinking it's because a car, it don't matter how fast you're going, the wheel shouldn't bust randomly. You know what I mean? It's definitely to do something with the roads or whatnot. And also another thing about Nigeria, like in the clips you can literally see of when he's getting dragged, there's no ambulance workers, there's no police. Like 10, 15, 20 minutes in, no one had got there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are actually complaining about this, like, why are these Nigerians, like, the country, like, why is it so, like, backwards, bro? Like, how has no one come to the scene in, like, 5, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes? Like, he's a big name, he's got a big entourage around him, like, the security can obviously, like, I mean, there's only security there, there's no ambulance, no aid workers, nothing, bro. So everyone's just, like, talking about that and saying how bad it is. AJ has had a big entourage throughout the years for which it has grown, but Sina, or Latz as he was known, was there virtually since the start. They were recognizable faces. I've been in the company. Okay, wait. Okay, that's what the guy was just saying. It was really discretion. Yes. We've seen that. Okay. So hard to put one to words what happened. So this is Sina, right? That's Sina, and this is Abdul Latif, his long-term friend, very, very long-term, right? Let's just get into this video.
So many people have already come to lay flowers at the gym. Some people are coming to attend the gym, and many of them unaware of the tragedy that happened yesterday. But as you can see, there is a sign, the shutters are closed, and there is a sign on the shutters that say that the gym is closed. It says, "With heavy hearts, we announce the temporary closure of Evolve Gyms on Tuesday, the 30th of December, as we mourn the loss of our beloved owner, Sina Gami, who, as you said, was one of the people who died in the car accident yesterday." And you can see there are bouquets that have been laid at the doorstep, some from a local gym here, the Finchley Boxing Club, but also lots of people who knew both the men who died as well as Anthony Joshua, and some of them really in so much shock because they say they were here on Saturday and they saw all three of them training, and many people have spoken about how kind and warm and friendly they were, how chatty, how they'd always be up for helping people, giving them tips, giving them training advice.
Sina, Gami and Latz Ayodele died when their car hit a stationary truck on an expressway. Anthony Joshua's injuries have been described as minor and he remains under observation in hospital. Mustafa Briggs, a close friend of Ayodele, said the group often spend time in Nigeria at this time of year.
Latif was my friend. I knew Sina through him. So the small interactions that I've had with Sina, he seemed...
By the way, every person that has posted, not just Sina, but Latif as well, both of them, they've got nothing but good things to say, bro. Everyone, like, they don't... If they were like bad in some kind of way, there would be at least like one story like coming out saying like, oh, he did this to me, you shouldn't care. But there's not one person who talks but like say that I said any word bad to them. So it just shows like what type of people there was, you know, because when someone passes, like many people don't get love, bro. So he's receiving this much love and he's not even famous. He just stands next to Anthony Joshua and he's a friend of his. He's not famous. He's not got some. Obviously his life. He's got a private life going on. Probably successful in his private life, but he's not famous. He's not known. And look how many people he's met that have left a big impact on their life, bro. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, this is apparently one of Latif's friends. So let's just watch this.
Amazing person. But as far as Latif is concerned, he was one of the most pure-hearted, clean-hearted people ever. He was one of the most sincere people ever. He had not a bad intention or a bad bone in his body or a bad... I've never heard him say anything negative about anybody. I've never heard him do anything negative towards anybody. He was always somebody who, you know, he loved life, he enjoyed life, and he always was on top of his prayers. He was always traveling to Nigeria. Every year, he would go to Nigeria. His father's Nigerian. His best friend, Anthony Joshua, Nigerian origin as well, as was I. We even linked up. This time last year, we were in Nigeria together in Lagos at the same time. He sent a car to pick me up from the airport when I arrived in Lagos. You know, we spent time with each other last year, and it was an annual thing. Every year we go to Nigeria, connect with our roots, visit our families, etc. Especially December period is a festive period. We were in Nigeria together in Lagos at the same time. He sent a car to pick me up from the airport when I arrived in Lagos. You know, we spent time with each other last year, and it was an annual thing. Every year we go to Nigeria, connect with our roots, visit our families, etc. Especially December period is a festive period.
Okay. So AJ is still in hospital under surveillance and recovering. I've reached out privately to their team, but at the moment it's very difficult to process for everyone. With stories like this, it's a blessing and a curse. Social media, there's a lot of details out there, but some false information. I'm sticking to the tried and tested until I see from one of the real sources close to Anthony Joshua, which is 258 BXG and his team, or Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. I'll refrain from speculating other than he's saying he's going to need a hell of a time to process this physically and mentally. Life can be so fragile, and this is a cruel reminder of that. All our thoughts are with him, his team, and his family, and families of Sina and Latif. Okay. So that was the update, right, guys? I'm gonna get into a few clips of who Abdul Latif was, what kind of man he was. You can just tell by the way he talks, the way he holds himself. Like, you get me? Just the way he talks and the way he speaks elegantly. Like, you could just tell this guy, he had some class about him. You know what I mean? So let's just get into this one. Obviously, this is Ty Mitchell. So that brother there was Ty Mitchell. He's a revert as well that was next to him. He's basically just uploaded a video sending his condolences as well, and because he actually knew Latif personally. That's them going to Umrah or Hajj. This is one of his podcasts. This is actual Abdul Latif speaking in a podcast, and just like a random podcast, and obviously it was brought up now just to show his personality and stuff.
Leave with nothing, not a single thing. In this dunya,
he said we come on this earth with nothing and we leave with nothing in this dunya.
That we walk is designed to teach us along the way to let go of what we attain in preparation for that moment. And if we don't learn, when the time comes, the fear of death will also come. We come.
And yeah, I'm sure this is after he was reverted. And this is also another podcast clip of him talking about Anthony Joshua and stuff, like how close they are.
But make dua for the good people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I made dua from a young age to be around like-minded people to get to where I am today. Because without them people, I wouldn't have had, when I would travel to Watford, I wouldn't have people like AJ, who I used to stay at his house. His mum's like my second mum. My boy Liam, his mum was like my second mum. Like, I wouldn't have had these people if God didn't answer my prayer. So make sure you're around like-minded people and make that prayer for that. Then secondly, I would say just focus on balancing your life spiritually, mentally and physically. Make sure that you're working on all of these aspects. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Even if it's just spiritual, the Prophet said don't be extreme. Of course. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that there goes to show, balance it out. Focus on your mental health, focus on your spiritual health, focus on your physical health. It doesn't need to be nothing crazy. Just balance that out. And then from there, you'll start building brick by brick. But make dua.
Yeah, guys, I also want to bring up one thing that... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Survivor's guilt is a real thing, right? And what it means is... So you be questioning yourself, like, why did I survive? Like, why? Is there a purpose? Like being Anthony Joshua right now, I don't know how he's feeling, but I can guess it's survivor's guilt. Like, he's definitely gonna be upset about what happened. Like, why was everyone around me talk about me? He's gonna feel something in him, like, how did nothing happen to me, right? That's survivor's guilt. He's just gonna be asking hella questions, saying why me? Why did I not die too? And all sorts. And yeah, I don't know how he's gonna cope with this. Obviously, as humans, time heals everything, right? But we never forget. We still be traumatized from the events. You never know, like, he might be traumatized, like even a car going fast. He might be scared to even step in a car that's going fast. These type of things, right? And yeah, bro, like, I don't know how, like, you get me, like, coping is one thing, and then just living, and I don't even know if he's gonna probably box again, because like I said, his coach passed away, not just his closest friend, and they were probably always like training together and stuff always, so it ain't gonna feel the same when the same person's not in the room watching you train. Like, yeah, it's just a sad situation, man. Like, it makes me upset even thinking about it. It's very, very bad, innit? But yeah, man, there's a lot of things going on in the world like this, like way worse than this. But bro, this also teaches a lesson, because he has so much influence on people that this might be just a wake up. It might have happened just to be a wake up call. Like, these boys, they're probably promised Jannah, heaven, and this happened just so it can wake up a lot of other people, you know. So yeah, let's get into this other one. As you can see, some people are saying Anthony Joshua might have reverted already, but because he's British culture, like, is a household name, he just didn't go public with it. But he's seen on camera praying, saying terms like Bismillah, Inshallah. Now I know anyone can say Bismillah and Inshallah, but I'm saying his closest friends were Muslim, and I'm even hearing like there's a side of his cousins. I don't know if like a part of his cousins, like they're all Nigerian. I mean, not Nigerian, Muslim. Like half his cousins are Muslim, half of them are not. So he's definitely been thinking about it. Always open to the thought. He's been caught praying. You never know, bro. He might have been Muslim low key, bro. Especially because of his brother, how close he was to Islam. I'm pretty sure he would have reverted as well. But let me just show you the terms that he was using.
Latz, we're about to end the flight. Anything can happen. What are we saying?
Say Bismillah.
Bismillah. Bismillah. Protect me. Man them.
Protect me. He even knows the
Bismillah.
bro. He even knows what is
Latz, we're
that's
about
gonna
to end
protect him, bro. You know what? That's like when you eat, when you take a bite of food, just before it, you say Bismillah. Why? So you don't choke on the food, and then afterwards you say Alhamdulillah when you finish the food, just so you thank God that you ate this food safely. It came down. You know what I mean? And just thank God for the food. But this is I think, who is this?
Sina.
This is Sina.
The first
This is Latz and Sina. Literally moments before, maybe a day before, on the same day they was recording each other.
ever to step foot in Nigeria.
2 times this year as well. That's crazy. April, December.
That's why you're called Sina now, bro.
Look at that. This is the table tennis, where he was playing table tennis. He was on a video at 8:30 in the morning, UK time, maybe 9:30 in Nigeria. They were playing table tennis together. Him and Anthony Joshua. Literally, Anthony Joshua had reposted it that same day. And then, within 3 to 4 hours later, they had passed away. Look how bro, everything can change like this. Don't think you're in control of everything, because there's always a higher power controlling what you do. And it's your time. It's your time. Look at the way Anthony Joshua was preserved, and look at the way the bodies of his friends were on the floor. Like, please just deep it, guys. You can just tell how close they are, bro. You can just tell how close they are. You get me? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get into this last video of Anthony Joshua and his friends and what Sky News has to say about the collision. And yeah, let's get into it.
Best friends with the best of plans for the days ahead. But tonight, their friends mourn them. Sina Gami and Abdul Latif Ayodele died in a car crash in Nigeria,
Joshua,
which left the former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua
this is the
injured.
crash.
Abdul Latif's best friend Mustafa Briggs spoke to Sky
And bro,
News.
Anthony Joshua does not feel pain, you know. Like, bro, the guy gets hit in his face for a living, and you're telling me, and look at his the way he's moaning, bro. Like, people are saying he's caused minor injuries, but bro, let's talk about it mentally. Yes, anymore, maybe physically he's a bit damaged, but not. Within a month or two he'll be walking normally again. But mentally, nah, man. That's gonna ruin someone, but like, it can ruin someone, or it can actually like change you, like motivate you even more to become a better person, because that's what they'll want, right? They'll want him to make sure that he still carries on with his journey, and make sure he just makes their name live on.
People ever. He had not a bad intention or a bad bone in his body or a bad. I've never heard him say anybody.
And the pair of
on top of his prayers.
Mustafa said Abdul Latif was a devout Muslim, and the pair often prayed together. Latif dreamed of the days ahead.
Business, marriage, children, building a family, building a legacy. That was his most important thing. And charity. He was somebody that always thought about not only what he could do
and now his legacy will live on, hopefully, in Anthony Joshua's hand. His legacy is, obviously he built his own legacy, but Anthony Joshua will carry it and make sure his name lives on forever, right? With the charity that he will do in his name, with the helping other children, building mosques and all sorts, building wells. Hopefully that that's people like his family are happy with that. The victims' families.
His life, but to better the lives of everybody involved.
At the North London gym owned by Sina, the shutters are closed. A sign reads with heavy hearts, the gym will remain closed temporarily while the team mourns the loss of its beloved owner. Floral tributes have been laid at the doorstep. People leaving flowers here told us Sina, Anthony Joshua and Abdulateef were here only on Saturday. They were chatty, warm, friendly, they said, and the two who lost their lives will forever be missed.
How are you, bro? Hope you're well. What's going on? What's popping? What's the latest? How's the missus? How's the business?
Roberto and Sina were childhood friends.
We were in shock. We were with the family. We were waiting. We heard he was in intensive care, waiting for the news for hours. And then the news came and words can't describe how you feel.
What kind of a person was he?
Sina was a warm person, very family orientated. What you might see on social media, flashy lifestyle, that was not his core. Was love, beauty. His personality was unmatched, and he'd walk into a room and yeah, you would just know he's there.
Anthony Joshua managed to walk away from the crash. Those who follow him say he's lost the architects.
Bro, if that doesn't wake someone up, many people, to change how they're living, to come back to the God, then I don't know what will. Everything's in front of your eyes, lads. God's giving you so much warning to change what you're doing, to live on the right path, to go the right way, right? And I'm not bringing religion because I've seen so many people like say, "Oh, Anthony Joshua, you should revert to Islam." Like, Cinema, yeah, he should use this as a wake up call and make his decision on what he thinks is right, what he thinks his friends would have told him to do. You know what I mean? And there's so much people like just forcing like, you need to come back to Islam. Yes, you should, because as a Muslim, we know the truth. We're trying to lead him to the truth as well. But people are overwhelming him, and he might not want to hear it because he's hearing it so much that he will be hearing it so much. A lot of people will be like, "Yo, brother, you need to come." You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's gonna hear it enough, but please don't overwhelm the guy. He's going through enough. When he has his time, when he's mourned, he's grieved, then after that, slowly you can talk him into it. But right now, he will be getting annoyed for the amount of people that just keep saying the same thing, right? But I'm gonna get into one more video of Akhi Ayman and what he actually had to say, right? And it's off my phone because I don't have Instagram logged in on here. So let's just get into this. He gives his own talk on the brother Latif and Sina, I think. Okay, guys, look.
Bismillah, I know this has been a delayed video. I feel like my heart couldn't accept the fact our brother Abdulateef returned back to Allah. I was with him 24 hours before he went to Nigeria. We was in the gym myself.
I didn't even watch this video. He just said I was with him 24 hours before he went to Nigeria. No way, they were actually that close.
And so on and so forth. My plan was actually to go with them to Nigeria. You know, Abdulateef was telling me to come. I know you got a lot of fan base in Nigeria, and they would love for you to see. You know, they would love to see you. They were only going to be there for 7 days, but I couldn't. I had other commitments, and Allah Subhanahu wa Taala allowed his soul to return back to him. Inna lillah.
Show on. I mean,
just a reminder that you should always cherish everyone that you have around you, and you should always allow your last words to be words of love and care. Cherish everyone around you, for indeed death could come to us at any moment. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate his status. We ask Allah to make it easy for his family. And just a small reminder, please stop sharing the video and stop allowing people to see it.
That's what I said.
Respect him. He's gone. I have to respect him, respect his family, and respect his body. Because I couldn't watch the video after the incident, the way his body was being dragged. I couldn't, let alone what was the state of his body. So keep him in your du'as. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to elevate his state. Lovely brother. Everybody that came across him spoke good of him. And we had so much plans for Ramadan, for after Ramadan, for coming to Nigeria. I was meant to be with them on this trip. I was meant to be with them. And this is the sad reality that he's gone. But alhamdulillah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have mercy on him. Allahumma ameen.
Ameen. Yeah, guys, I did not know none of that. Akhi Ayman said, I know the guy. I was with him 24 hours before him, Joshua, and I think Sina maybe, but definitely with Abdul Latif and Joshua, right? They were actually telling him, please come to Nigeria. You got a good fan base there. But he didn't end up going because he had some other commitments that he had to do in the UK. But he said eventually he made other plans in the future. Yeah, I'll come. Ramadan, we're going to be together. And look, guys, you can plan your whole future, bro. But if Allah wants, He'll take it like this. You won't have a tomorrow. So, guys, please take your life more serious. Hopefully, this is a wake-up call to everyone who rates Anthony Joshua, who looks up to him. And hopefully, the victims' families and Anthony Joshua can eventually move on from this situation and heal from this, right? That's the most important thing, guys. We don't want them to... They've already experienced this now. Now you just want them to get better, right? So yeah, hopefully they do get better. And guys, that's the end of today's video. Yeah, man. It's a sad story, but it's a sad life, man. As humans, we're not meant to enjoy this life. We enjoy it to an extent, but we don't overdo it. Because what I believe in, the next life is the life we're living for. And hopefully we all go there, and I can meet you all there. But guys, it's been your boy PP24s. Please like, comment and subscribe. If I get any more important updates, not no minor ones, any important ones, I will update you guys. And from me to you guys, good night and take care. Peace.